Hey, it's Birdman. I'm hanging out here in the studio, and this is a special edition for COVID-19. I've got with me right off the bat here Mayor Darryl Seymore, and you are also Supervisor Darryl Seymore.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. It's been a great morning here, and I appreciate the opportunity of being on your show.
Cool. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, first of all, City of Show Low and everything. We could talk universally here. Everybody's got some anxiety built about this. The governor had a conference yesterday that was more or less confusing to most people, but tell them what you want people to do.
Well, I think yesterday it was just re-emphasizing the order of social distancing, stay at home. We really want people to really be serious about this. Anybody can catch it. It has to be socially transmitted, so the less you stay in contact with another person that's outside your family circle, or the less you go out in public, whether that be at a store, grocery store, you don't know who sneezed in that aisle before you got there. Those are things that you put yourself at risk by being there.
The other thing we want to mention is you want to make sure that you're calling your doctor or you're calling somebody. Don't necessarily just show up at the hospital or show up at a doctor's office if you think you're ill. Call in and get some contact.
It's like if you had the common cold, what would you do? You would stay home, you would deal with it. But until you were really had a fever so high, or you had a sickness that felt like, hey, I got to go to the hospital, then that's when you should go.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not just to go, hey, I got to be tested because I heard this so-and-so and so-and-so was. But those people that are testing positive, we're working backwards and letting those people know that they need to be careful. So anybody that's tested positive, we had 17,000 people tested in the state of Arizona so far.
Okay.
Only 6% have tested positive.
That's good. Thank you once again, Darryl Seymore.
Thank you, Rob.
The mayor and supervisor. On the phone I have with me Supervisor Dawnafe Whitesinger of the Navajo County Supervisors. How are you?
I'm doing great. There's been so many rumors and so much information coming to us from different entities, whether it be social media or it be the news, or, we have a gamut of resources to be able to feed us on being able to give us information. But trying to find the most accurate information is so important so that we can act with the appropriate knowledge to be able to protect ourselves and our families. So I think really just knowing that we could be a solution to this problem, and so that individuals have a big part in being able to ensure not only are they safe and their families safe, but through doing their part, they can keep the public safe.
Yeah, very good. Hey, thank you very much for your time today. Once again, this is Supervisor Dawnafe Whitesinger with the Navajo County Supervisors. Any final thoughts that you want to tell everybody else out there?
I know that this is a challenging time for all of us, that I think each of us has a little bit of a worry and concern, that we're worried about our families and how COVID-19 will impact our own health or the well-being of our families, or what our job situation or what our financial situation will look like. I know that there is a sense of feeling overwhelmed for many of us, and that if we all work together and we all, make a great concerted effort to stay home, that we can be able to support each other so that we can help each of our families stay safe, and that we could help one another be able to revitalize our economy when we're able to overcome this. I've seen that within our community, that we've been such a great strength to one another, and I know that we'll continue to be a great strength to one another through this and after this. So let's all do our part by being safe and protecting our families and so forth in our communities, and that we can be able to work and being able to establish the strong community that we are.
Thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it once again, Supervisor Whitesinger. Hey, it's Birdman hanging out here in the studio. It's time for a Summit Healthcare's, and I've got with me Allen and Angie Fabian with Summit Healthcare. Right off the bat, I want to hit the fact that we're sitting in close proximity to each other, closer than 6 feet. And that has to do with the fact that we've been in close proximity. I've been working with Summit Healthcare since the beginning of this. Much like a family, you're going to have a certain amount of people that you're going to interact with. And that doesn't, we're not expecting people at home to start being 6 feet apart from each other, are we?
No,
No.
we're not.
So that's one thing we want to address. The other thing we need to address is the fact that, yes, there is.
Summit Healthcare did receive a confirmed COVID case today. And we shared that with the community this morning in partnership with Navajo County.
Okay. That confirmed that, yes, that's in the area. We're in the area. It's in every area. It's widespread in Arizona. That means it's everywhere. You're not going to avoid it unless you stay at home.
Exactly. And
Right.
when we say confirmed, we're a confirmed test. We conducted a test. It came back positive.
No, I guess I would just give reassurance that we will always continue to provide primary care. We'll be able to address those issues because primary care issues won't go away. Chronic care issues will remain. We'll manage those risk factors to reduce mortality, and we will then support emergency care to make sure that we're available to the community when they need us.
Very good. Thank you very much. Any other questions, of course, post them up. And, they're doing everything they can here. So, as I've said on this show from the beginning, wash your hands
Wash them.
and be healthy. Hey, it's Birdman. I'm hanging out now at the Pinetop Lakeside Town Hall, and I have with me Stephanie Irwin, Mayor of Pinetop Lakeside, and we're socially distant.
Very much so.
Yes, so we do this for a couple of reasons, just to make sure that we accentuate the point, and obviously for safety as well. Talk to me a little bit. It's been like 2 weeks now since we did a live, and you had an emergency declaration. What's kind of different since then?
So believe it or not, it has just been 2 short weeks since we declared the state of emergency in Pinetop Lakeside. Recently, the governor issued another emergency executive order called Stay Home, Stay Healthy, and Stay Connected. Just want to make sure I had that right. I'm asking all Arizonans to cooperate in this fight against the COVID-19 virus. Basically, he's saying that the most important thing we can do is physically distance, as we're doing. Obviously, we're well over the recommended 6 feet apart. He does encourage people, though, to stay healthy, be outdoors, recreate in the outdoors. We have 200 miles of trail systems here, and so there's no reason why people can't go outdoors. However, if you get to a trailhead and you see more than a couple cars parked there, please go find another trailhead. If you pass somebody on the trails, just turn away from them. Don't make contact, stay apart from them.
Yeah, it's funny too because we've been talking about vaping. Vaping is a good example of how far your breath travels. So if you think about that and you look at that and you see these big clouds, it's like that's exactly how you breathe anyway. So think about that.
That's a very good illustration that puts it more real to people, I think.
Yeah. So what other things have been going through your head here?
So part of what we asked our restaurants and bars to do, and then the governor kind of tightened up a little bit more, was to restrict their operations to takeout and delivery. And I just have to give a real shout out to all of our restaurants. They have been complying graciously and gratefully. They've been innovative. I've seen some package specials and things like that on the various restaurants. And I know that I myself have been trying to patronize them, and they've been so grateful. They said that the community is really stepping forward and they're appreciating that. In fact, they're reciprocating amongst themselves. I was at one restaurant and they said, oh yeah, we went here for breakfast today. And that just amazes me. I think the goodness of people and the way that they're all coming together to do that. And I would encourage people to continue that. We have got to support our business community and throughout all of this. And I know that the number of businesses that will be able to be open will diminish a little bit with this new executive order. We still have to remember that.
Yeah, okay, and nothing is stopped as far as the town is concerned. I mean, things are moving forward, we're planning forward. This is a pause that we really need to take to help spread. Basically, everybody's gonna get this at some point or be exposed to it at some point. What we're trying to do is expand the amount of time they get exposed. So instead of everybody being exposed at once,
Sure.
we're going to spread it out. It is in our area. We do have things that are within the area. Summit doesn't have confirmed cases, but there have been confirmed cases that are non-Summit clinics in our area.
Yes.
So it's important for people to understand that it's not just on the reservation. It's not just there. It's in our area. As we continue forward, they're not going to get the reporting like you did with the first case. Summit's yet to have a case, but that's being monitored day by day.
Yeah, so Town Hall is closed to the public. as are all of our meetings, but we do have staff available if there are people that need something. Please call the town hall and your call will be answered. We may have to return the call, but there are people here that are taking care of those calls.
Anything else that you want to mention to the people to let them know that you know you're feeling the pain of what's going on and understand?
Well, I guess this is the part where you're gonna make me cry.
Okay.
I'm a person of a lot of faith. You know, I have faith in God. I have faith in our fellow man. I'm sorry. Yeah. We're all in this together. And together is the only way we can win this. So if each person does their part, stays socially distant, wash your hands, sanitize when you don't have soap and water, we're going to get through this. And, you know, one thing that kind of keeps me going is I look outside and things are starting to green up and the daffodils are blooming, and it just gives you hope for the future. And we know that Pinetop Lakeside has a very positive future.
Yeah. You know, it's a very interesting test. It's like to help everyone. We always want to jump in, get in there with them and help them. And to do that, we have to stay away. So it is a challenge. And, you know, my grandmother used to always say that God doesn't throw anything at you you can't step up to. So I think you're right. I think we're going to be good. We'll be fine. Some people will have some hardships, and we'll be able to help them up whenever we're able to come out of our homes and do that. So I see a lot of cool things. We can go and visit different restaurants, and you know, this day is going to be this one, and this day is going to be that one, and we're going to push and do that. But it'll all be local, and we'll be pushing that. So
that's right. And like I said, together we will get through this. And I do think that, as with any hardship, we come out to be better people because of it. And I just remember the helpless feeling we all had when we evacuated for the rodeo fire. I feel very helpless in this situation, but then again, there are a lot of things that we can do. And so I just encourage everybody to take care of your family, call your neighbors, stay connected. That's the other part of the governor's agenda. Stay connected with people, and truly we are going to get through this.
one other thing, kids, do you have kids and grandchildren? Or?
I do.
Okay.
I do. My kids are grown. I have grandkids, and actually their twins are going to be 3 on Friday. Can't see them, but they're too small to understand. But I was just talking with one of our staff members who does have young children, and I said, "Are your kids worried?" And she said, "No, we just keep talking about it and reassuring them." I think more than anything, they miss all their buddies.
Very good. Awesome. Stephanie, thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it. Mara.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Hey, that's going to be it for this week's Community Shout, and I'm ending here at the Town Hall of Pinetop Lakeside, which shows you exactly, we've been all over the place today. So everybody, you know, keep connected. You can do this virtually. You can do FaceTime. You can do Skype. You can do Zoom. Do it. Get together, connect on the web. Make sure you're talking to your family members, and you know, you might get to talk to them more because you get more time at home. So do that. I'm Birdman. I always say one thing, but I'm going to have to say it different now. So I'm not going to see you around town. Catch me right here on the web.